Hey everyone, this is Mike. Today we are back in Final Fantasy XIV, as earlier this week the last phase of the Ishgardian restoration kicked off, which means that we have some new rewards in the Firmament that we can go after, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a refresher on the Firmament for those that have never done it before, or for those that haven't done it in a very long time. So basically the Firmament, if you don't know how to get there, there's a little quest in Ishgard that you can follow to get to this place. If you've already unlocked the Firmament, you just need to teleport to the main Aetheryte, and then you can select the Firmament teleport from there. Once inside the Firmament, it's basically all about crafting and gathering. It's an amazing place to go if you still need to level both your crafters and gatherers, as both will get you not only rewards towards the end, like for example the Sky Builder script, you can get that from both crafting and gathering, but you'll also be getting a lot of levels done whilst you are doing the content in there. And there is also content for pretty much every level range out there as well. So you can hop in, I think, as soon as level 10 or something like that. And then of course, if you're already at max level, you can still go in there to get some of the rewards that are available in the Firmament as well. So if you don't know what you can get, basically there are two types of rewards that you can go after. You have the Sky Builder's script, which is basically some kind of a currency that you can use to buy stuff in at a vendor that is there in the Firmament. So it's relatively simple of just get the scripts, buy whatever you want to buy. There's minions, there's mounts, there are emotes, dances, even hairstyles and such as well. So there's a lot of stuff there that you can buy with these scripts. On the other side, we also have the Couple of Fortune, which is kind of like a lottery ticket that you can buy. And you need to get a little bit lucky with the RNG in terms of what rewards you are going to be getting from those Couple of Fortunes. So how do you get all of this? How do you get these scripts? How do you get these Couple of Fortunes? Well, first of all, we're gonna need to go and gather a bit inside of the diadem. So you can go to this NPC right here, just talk to him, enter into the diadem, and then the diadem is basically going to be the place where you gather all of the materials necessary, or at least most of them, before you can start crafting the collectibles that you are then going to be trading in for both scripts as well as for those Couple of Fortunes. Main important thing to consider is that you want to be gathering in stacks of 10, because you will need 10 items per material to do one craft, and when we go to appraise our items later, we'll also be doing that in stacks of 10. It's also a good idea to look at what items that you want to be crafting later, so that you can specifically get a couple of materials that you are going to be looking after, so that you don't just have half of the materials that you need to craft and then you need to come back later to gather the rest of the materials that you might not have gotten on your first gathering tour, so to speak. So basically, look at what you want to craft, then also look at what you want to be gathering for those crafts, gather them in stacks of 10, and then go out of the diadem to go and appraise your items. You can appraise your items at this NPC right next to the one that we just used to go inside of the diadem. You can click auto appraise if you want to do so. This will also grant you some Sky Builder scripts, so this will already grant you some of the currency that you need for the rewards. But then of course, when we're going to go into crafting, we'll be getting a lot of scripts as well. So both the gathering as well as the crafting will grant you scripts. When it comes down to the crafting side of things, we will need to gather one extra material per craft. Like for example, the one that I'm going to be crafting needed a nugget, so that nugget I did need to craft myself from the normal gathering and crafting stuff. But once I had all of those materials, I could just go and craft the collectibles for the Firmament specifically. These crafts aren't really all that difficult. Again, there are different crafts for each level range available to you. There are also special recipes at endgame, which are very difficult. They also have different status effects for the craft itself. They're called, I believe, expert recipes or like master crafts or something like that, but basically they are your high-end endgame crafts. If you're looking for a challenge when you are crafting at endgame, this is something that you can do. These will grant you bonus scripts. They'll also grant you bonus points, because there is a ranking aspect to the Ishgardian restoration. Every time that a new phase comes out, there is a ranking period of, I believe, 2 weeks or something like that. So if you want to go for rankings, then these are basically the crafts that you are going to be doing. If you're someone like me and you don't care about the rankings, I'm just going to be doing them one difficulty lower than that, which is fairly simple to craft. They'll give you a decent amount of scripts. They'll also allow you to get the Couple of Fortune stamps, and that is basically all that I am personally after. So I do my crafts. Once I'm done with all of my crafts, I go turn them in at the collectible appraiser, and then as you can see, when they have that little icon on the left of their name, that means that you're going to be getting a Couple of Fortune stamp every time that you turn in one of those items. So you just turn in all of your items, you get your Sky Builder scripts, you get your stamps on your Couple card. Once your Couple card is full, it will become an actual ticket that you can use on the NPC right next to the collectible appraiser, and then you can play the Kupo of Fortune to try your luck to see whether or not you're going to be getting some good rewards for it. Again, this is all RNG, you can get some really good rewards from it, minions, mounts, there's some new glamour attached to it this time around as well if I'm not mistaken, so it's definitely worth doing if you are after those rewards. And that is basically a quick rundown of the Ishgardian restoration and the Firmament. It's a great place to come if you want to level your crafters and your gatherers. If they're already leveled, you can still come here for all of the other rewards that you can get here from the Skybuilder scripts as well as the Kupo of Fortune to try and get lucky with that. If you want the minions, the mounts, the glamour, or some other things that you can obtain in here as well. But that's gonna do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my Patreons for supporting me, and I'll see you in the next one.